The woman gave up her dream of becoming a news anchor for her husband, choosing instead to stay home, work tirelessly, and take care of the kids and her in-laws. But when her husband got transferred, he chose to take his close friend Jimmy along instead. Even the kids seemed heartbroken, saying they would miss Aunt Jimmy. From then on, Lucy had to get up before dawn every day. She not only took care of her husband's parents, but also walked the kids to school. After finishing all the housework during the day, she worked night shifts at a textile factory, and when she came back, she still had to help the kids with their homework. Yet despite everything, her family never once showed her any gratitude. 10 years later, when the kids had grown up and Mark finally returned, Lucy discovered that he had long been with Jimmy. Even worse, the kids sided with Jimmy without hesitation. The first thing Mark said when he got home was that he wanted a divorce. He admitted he had never loved Lucy and that Jimmy was the only one who had been by his side. The kids, too, looked down on their mother. They praised Aunt Jimmy for speaking English and playing multiple instruments, saying she was better than Lucy in every way. They mocked Lucy as an uneducated woman who didn't deserve to be with Mark now. What they didn't know was that Lucy had taught herself through middle and high school, and with her hard work, had once become the country's first female news anchor. But for her husband and family, she had given it all up, and the exhausting workload eventually left her with lung disease. Even when she begged her husband not to abandon her, the ending was still the same. She died alone. In her final moments, Lucy swore to herself that if she had another life, she would never make the same mistake again. And unbelievably, the next second, she opened her eyes and found herself back on the very day the TV station had invited her. When the manager urged her to think carefully about the opportunity, Lucy, now aware of her second chance, didn't hesitate. She firmly chose to become a host. This time, she would change her destiny. But when she got home, Jimmy deliberately splashed water all over her. The kids immediately ran to comfort Jimmy instead, because in their eyes, only a knowledgeable woman like her deserved to be their mother. Thinking of all she had sacrificed over the years only to be treated like this, Lucy felt deeply disappointed. If they preferred Jimmy so much, then she would no longer consider them her children. Mark soon came back, but his eyes were still as cold as ever toward Lucy. That look was all too familiar. He had always favored Jimmy, while Lucy had endured humiliation in silence. But in this new life, she was done with patience. She wouldn't please anyone anymore. This time, she would live for her own dreams. To make Jimmy happy, Mark even bought her favorite osmanthus pastries. But Lucy couldn't help remembering their wedding day, when they had married only because Mark's parents demanded it. From that day until now, Mark had never shown her any affection. He hadn't even held her hand on their wedding day. Thinking of that, Lucy's heart grew even colder. Jimmy then suggested they all go out to a restaurant, pretending to be friendly by inviting Lucy along. But once there, Jimmy's malice showed through. She ordered nothing but spicy dishes, ignoring the fact that Mark and the kids couldn't handle spicy food. For years, Lucy had cooked meals with everyone's needs in mind, yet never once got a thank you. And this time, even though they were sweating from the heat of the food, they all acted like they were enjoying themselves. Then a waiter accidentally spilled hot soup on Lucy's arm. Jimmy only got splashed a little, but Mark rushed her to the hospital in a panic, dragging Lucy along only because she was already there. On the way, they got into a car accident. Lucy's forehead was badly injured, while Jimmy and the kids came out unharmed. When they got out of the car, Mark immediately scooped up the perfectly fine Jimmy and carried her into the hospital, leaving the seriously injured Lucy behind without a second thought. In that moment, the last shred of Lucy's hope was crushed. After being discharged, Lucy packed up her things. A few days later, she was ready to leave for good, walking away from this heartless family once and for all.